Like so many immigrants, my parents came to Toronto in the mid-50s with my older sister Valerie. My younger sister and I were born a few years later. My parents did the route that so many of us did that I still marvel at, which is, you know, first of all, from a small town in Abruzzo in the province of L'Aquila. I can imagine the drive to Naples, getting on a ship, crossing the ocean, landing at Pier 21 in Halifax, taking an overnight train with probably $50 in their pocket, and my dad starting work in construction literally the next day. Then they raised a family in the St. Clair and Dufferin area, like again, so many. And my sisters and I grew up in a typical family, I think. Lots of love, lots of get-togethers, lots of family functions. They encouraged all of us, obviously, to go to school, to get an education. My parents probably influenced me more than anyone else, although I'm sure there were others, to go to law school and to stick with it. And I'm glad they did. I mean, it was a great way to grow up, and it was a very typical way to grow up, but I think, as we know in the Italian community, it was a great way to grow up. My wife, Josephine, and I have 3 great kids who are now in their mid to late 20s and making their own way. They all went to university, all graduated university, and very proud of the way they're making their way independently on their own, and trying to instill in them the sense of community, responsibility that my parents instilled in me and my sisters. I think we need to continue to be aware of our roots, and I think we want to instill that in our kids. We want them to know where they came from. We want them to hear the story of our parents and grandparents and the courage that they had, because it's important that they remember and that they know where they came from. I think it gives a little bit more guidance to them as to where they're going when they know where they're coming from. I don't think any of us, I'm pretty certain that none of us do this to get an award, whether it's from the CIBPA or anyone else. We do the kinds of things that we do, whether it's take up a career, get involved in the community, because you think it's the right thing to do. And you can bring value and you can help out, and you want to really, as trite as it seems, you want to give back. So on 2 levels. First of all, I think the CIBPA is a great organization. I know it's been around for so long. I sat on the board of the CIBPA some years ago. And I think it's great work that they do in recognizing not only awards like mine, but youth awards as well. Someone nominated me for this, and I appreciate it very much. But again, it's not the reason we do it. But it's nice to be rewarded and recognized. I don't take that away from anyone. It's nice to set an example, I think, for whether it's my kids or other kids in the community. I think it shows that, look, you can work hard in whatever you do, you can give back to the community, and it may or may not be recognized, but when it is recognized, it sets a great example.